Hi everyone! In today's video, we will be doing a classic manicure incorporated with our IBX treatment. This is our Valentina machine. This is what's going to collect all the dust and debris so it's not floating around in the air and the client doesn't breathe it in. Before any service, I always disinfect the client's hands with some alcohol, and even though I am wearing some gloves, I always want to disinfect my hands as well. When checking the client's nails, they are pretty weak and damaged, which means that the nails are lacking keratin, which creates that strength to the nail. The nails are very thin and flexible when pushing down, and the nails show a little bit of delamination, which means that they are peeling a little bit of the layers of the nail. And whenever the client tries to grow out her nails, they always crack in specific areas and break off. The metal tools are always disinfected, sanitized, and sterilized before using them on our clients. And we have prepackaged disposable items that the client can take home afterwards to use. Going in with our nail clippers, we're going to trim down the nails. During this treatment, I would definitely trim down the nails fully, allowing the product to penetrate in and to start the regrowth process. But because the client requested to have a little bit of that free edge showing, I decided to keep the length as requested. The nail shape that I am filing is called Squoval, and that's because Mr. Square met Mrs. Oval and made a baby called Squoval nails. And how to get this beautiful look is we're going to make the top nice and straight, and then we're going to round off the corners. We want to make sure that the nail file is not too sharp so you don't cut the client's skin. I like to use a grit that ranges between 180 and 240 grit because that is for the natural nails. This is by far my favorite cuticle pusher to use on my clients. It's angled, and on the opposite side it has a blade. What's really great about this angled cuticle pusher is that you don't need to use water or Cuticle Whey by C&D to soften up that nail plate. Now going in with our podiatry Dremel. This Dremel is from Orthofix. And let me tell you ladies, once you go Orthofix, you will never go back. And let me tell you ladies and gentlemen, this Dremel is amazing. It is the holy grail Dremel for all technicians to use. All I gotta say is this Dremel is really great because you don't have to work so hard. It really is very powerful. It really safely removes that overlying dead skin. It's pushing back that border of protection, and it buffs and polishes the nails really nicely. There are always the two bits that I use for every client. It's the tapered and the ball bit. The tapered safely removes that overlying dead skin, and it always pushes back that border of protection, and the ball bit cleans up and polishes it afterwards. We don't really use cuticle nippers because we don't want to remove that border of protection. That border that everyone tends to trim off or completely remove is very dangerous because you can get bacteria, infection, warts, fungus, anything possible can get in if you trim off that border that is often mistaken by the cuticle. Let's say your border is a little bit longer or extended, you want to give it a trim. You don't want to give it a haircut, you don't want to shave it off, you don't want to remove it, you want to give it a nice little tiny bit of that trim. And you know what they say, protection's always good. If you break it, you never know what surprise you're gonna get. As mentioned in the beginning, if you guys were paying attention, the IBX treatment is that natural nail strengthening system. It's made to toughen, repair, and protect that natural nail, which when we lack that keratin, that's when the nails become brittle and weak. We are taking a lint-free wipe and sanitize, which is our nail surface cleanser. It's going to cleanse that nail plate, prep the nail before we put on that IBX treatment. And the greatest thing ever is it smells like cinnamon, and it smells so delicious that I want to eat the product. Using our dampen dish, we're gonna flip it over and use the opposite side to pour the first product, which is our repair. And what does the repair do? Thinking of repair, it's repairing something for sure. Think about a double-sided tape that secures and holds the damaged areas together. And that's what that product is going to do. It's going to safely seal it up and keep it nice and secured for when it does grow out, we want to penetrate those ingredients in. And once I'm completed on 10 fingernails or wherever I need it, I then put it in our air dryer on heat for 1 minute. This is what's going to activate those ingredients and keep it nice and secured into the upper layers of the nails. I am then taking another lint-free wipe and blotting the excess oils off of the nail before we put it into our LED UV lamp. Once I finish blotting all 10 fingernails, we then put it into the LED UV lamp for 60 seconds. Why 60 seconds? What is that going to do for the nails? It's going to cure that product into the upper layers of the nails, and it's not going to get wiped off from acetone. It's not going to get damaged because it seeped into those layers of the nails. Taking another lint-free wipe, wiping down the nails with sanitize because we're going to remove the rest of the oils that are on top of the nail plate. It's not doing much for the nails if it's on top of the nail plate because it has penetrated into the nail. Repair, girl, get out of here. It's time for the strengthen. Applying a thin layer of the strengthen on all 10 fingernails. Forgot to mention that the brushes that we use, we also dispose of them. Boy, bye. We then throw it out. Never see that brush ever again. Once I complete all 10 fingernails, I then put it in the heat for 4 minutes. Why 4 minutes? Because this is the client's first IBX treatment ever, we want to really penetrate those ingredients in. We're actually doing the strengthen twice. And the reason for this is we want to guarantee that those ingredients and the product really penetrated and seeped into the grooves of the nails. Once the nails have become hot and spicy, we then blot the nails with another lint-free wipe. Curing the nails for another 60 seconds and repeating that same process over again with the strengthen to guarantee that it has penetrated those ingredients and the product into the nails. Going in with our daddy oil. Ooh, who's daddy? Well, daddy's gonna help you. Daddy's going to keep you nice and moisturized. It's going to soften your skin and it's gonna make you voluptuous. Daddy oil contains jojoba, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, and vitamin E properties. started with our daddy oil and now we're going in with our luxury daddy lotion to moisturize and increase elasticity to the skin. And if you ever had a hand massage, this feels amazing, especially with everyone working constantly with their hands. It really massages those muscles and makes you so relaxed afterwards. This is the client's hands afterwards. As you can see, they are shiny, they're glossy, they're hydrated, and they look so much better already. And this is only the first treatment. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye!